Okay.
I'm always
Hello.
ready to talk.
Hello, welcome, Jennifer.
Hey, Jen.
Deep cleaning my house. I need to deep clean my house this weekend. It is on my list. All right, what have we been talking about? We've just been talking about World Watercolor Month.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hello,
I'm
Chloe.
so happy it gets a whole month.
Wow. Okay, so tell what's World Watercolor Month about?
As far as I know, people just participate in. Some people do it together. Some people will do a bunch of landscapes or a bunch of florals or structures, whatever their thing is. They kind of commit to it, and so yeah, I think I'm just going to do florals. Come here, but it's just exciting to me. I paint every day anyway, and now there's a bunch of people painting every day.
Hey,
Wow.
Rosani.
Hey, Rosani. So it's just a celebration of watercolor and encouraging people to do it more and get into it?
Explore it or re-explore it or encourage others. Yeah, that's what I understand anyway.
Yep. Hey, Rosani. Hey, Bobby. So, Alison, you said you're thinking about it? Doing a little bit of
Yeah,
watercolor?
I've been thinking about it since Evie's been getting more into it, and I watch hers, and it's so relaxing to watch. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd get more stressed out trying to start something new or just do it.
Just do it. Don't be like me when I was at your house and I was like, I just can't do this here. I could so do it there now.
And I just feel like, hey, Miss M. Yeah, I
Hey,
don't,
Listen.
I feel like, ugh, I don't know. I guess I don't like my craft room anymore because it's just too much for me.
I'll have it.
Okay, come get it.
Rosani says it began as a charity fundraiser years ago and apparently caught on afterwards. I know it started in 2016. This is the 10-year anniversary.
That's cool.
So now we're putting more of the story together.
Okay, do you mean the watercolor story?
Yeah, that it's 10 years old that they've been doing this every July.
Wicked. And so who runs it?
I think just the entire community does. Like that's how I just found out at the end of June that it was starting July 1st. And I was like, yay. I mean, it's like better than the 12 days of Christmas or whatever. You know, I did like 24 or 25 videos in December for Christmas, and that kind of became redundant, but watercolor just never gets old. I'll look at the clock at 9 o'clock and I'm like, I can knock another one out before I go to bed.
But do you feel rejuvenated like when you do it? Does your mind
Depends
go?
on how it turns out. Sometimes I start painting and then I just go like that and then I throw it away. Not very often, but sometimes.
Yeah, I have to worry about like the videoing. You know, like I want to video something, and it's like, Evie, I still can't get my camera to upload my videos.
Well, I'll help you, but it's hard when you do it to your phone and we got to talk on the phone.
So how do you do it on your computer? I have the for anybody that's wondering, she's been helping me with the Osmo Action 5. And
okay, so this is it. This is it here, and you open this little door on the side.
Yeah.
Pop it up, and there's a C plug right there, or not a plug, but for a C. You plug that into your computer, and the screen on the camera says transfer files, and it's yellow. It says transfer files, webcam, and something else, and you just hit the yellow one that says transfer files, and it goes to your computer. It'll be an icon. It'll say DJI, and you double click it, and then you go into your, or you can right click and open, and then it just shows your files that are in there. And then you can choose to, load them on your computer or load some of them.
Did Chloe just leave you a present?
Yeah, she sure did. I was trying to be discreet about it. I was painting the other day, and she did that on me, and I grabbed my little tissue that I wiped the paintbrush off on, and I wiped that up at the same time. And then I had something on my hand and I realized I had smeared her stuff all over my hand, and I thought, I'm not using green paint. That's not green paint.
But how did you know? Did you feel that she left something, or was it just something that because you looked over?
Yeah, I felt it hit my shoulder.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not like dog and cat. It doesn't stink, but it's messy.
Yeah.
So Jennifer's asking if I knew I had such a passion for painting when I started. I did not. And the thing is that I remembered the other day, and I've forgotten again what made me even decide I wanted to start watercolor. Because I remember the first painting I did, but I don't remember what made me go, that's what I'm going to do is watercolor. But my daughter was an artist, and it kind of like brought everything full circle. Like I got what she loved about art, not watercolor necessarily, but what she got about art. And it's just too bad that I couldn't share it with her before she was gone. But it's like a little piece of her is still here, you know, going, yeah, Mom, keep going, you know. Not, I don't hear anything audible. I just feel that the encouragement she would be was here. Yeah.
Was it also like, is it one of the artists that you watch? Were you saying that you watched, who's that lady that does really beautiful, what is it, painting with Kerry or something, or watercolor with Kerry or someone like that?
I'm embarrassed that I can't remember. It was 6 months ago. Do you remember, Allison?
No.
Is there a watercolor with Kerry? There's a,
No.
I think, no, you don't recall that you watch her?
Mm-mm. I remember Cynthia at Senior Insights, she had shown some of her watercolor pictures. And at that time, I wasn't sure that they were watercolor. And I was like, those are pretty good. Why doesn't she do that all the time? But I don't remember like purchasing my first watercolors and getting them and trying them. And it's really strange to try something, especially being older, completely by yourself. Like it's intimidating. But I've gotten past it.
Yeah, that's right. Julie, you've got from Madden asking you about writing.
Yes, I saw that. I didn't want to interrupt the flow.
No, it's okay. What's happening with, is it Poetry Month?
No, I was just saying that National Poetry Month is kind of like World Watercolor Month. They're sort of like grassroots kind of things. Rosanna gave a bit of the history, but National Poetry Month is similar in that I think some poetry organizations started it, but then everybody else joined in. So, yeah, but I was going to say for Madden was, Madden, I'm not sure what your first name is. So I don't know to call you he or she or whatever your first name is. I don't know.
Could be Madden.
I think. Sorry?
It could be Madden, do you think?
Madden. Yeah, okay. I did my journaling. I did a week of journaling. Not this week that just passed, but the week before. And, you know, once again, 5 days of live stream journaling and then journaling. I did recaps as well. I think we talked about that a little bit. And yeah, it was magical as always. It's funny because Dave Lowe was talking about how watercolor is magical today. I wrote a quote for him on his live stream.
Did you?
Yeah. But the writing is it can take you to places that you didn't know were there. And ironically, sometimes when I can't find the words, I will go to painting, either watercolor painting or collage or mixed media, although I don't talk about that much on here. But the thing that's so cool about writing is you take the thoughts that are swirling in your head and you put them on the paper, and it takes some of that swirling mess in your head, the negativity or the blocks that are there. When you put them on your piece of paper, it tends to take the power away from you might call them gremlins, your inner critic or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I did a video about the brain dump.
Yeah. I used to do the 5 for 5 brain dump, which is what I was doing a modification of during the journaling thing. And I'll be doing that again at the end of July. I mean. But I'm also facing, as I was talking with Allison, I'm having surgery on my right hand next Friday. So I won't be able to write conventionally. And interestingly enough, during the journaling workshop, I was talking about how you don't have to, there's different ways to journal than pen to paper is what I usually use, but keyboard, you can use your phone. But with some of my writing clients who have been really resistant to writing, I'll say one woman, I said, well, sing your journaling, because she's a singer. Just riff and sing your journaling. And to me, it's the same thing. I'm going to get more practice with that. Writing by recording my voice. It's different, but it's easier to do that than it is to write with my left hand. I've been practicing writing with my left hand, but it's pretty much a mess.
Well, Julie, I think that's really a great, powerful thing to have, to be able to do the dumping on paper, or whether it's recorded or not, because I think for those of us that don't write, something happens that's traumatizing, or it could be fantastic. And you think of that one person, like for me, it's my husband. I can't wait till he gets home. I want to tell him this, or I really need to talk to him about this, because we feel better getting it out, whether it's on paper or verbally.
Yeah, definitely.
Because otherwise we just end up like this balloon that just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger until we pop. We have a breaking point.
Yeah, it swirls. Oftentimes for me anyway, it feels like a very swirly energy. And so, I was going to say, when I first started watching people on live stream in 2015, there were a lot of people who felt really a lot of healing live streaming, because they would be doing that free flow type speaking. And so they found themselves being able to say things that they wouldn't have said before, because they felt like on live stream, they needed to fill the air, they needed to talk. So they were like brain dumping with their voices, which I always found interesting. But because I'm so used to journaling and brain dumping, that it just comes naturally for me to free flow write. So I don't usually have that problem, unless also, I'll just say what I was saying when Allison and I were both on here. I said that when I'm thinking about having surgery on my hand, my biggest concern is that I will get depressed and withdraw. That's my unfortunate default, is to get depressed and withdraw. So I'm very conscious of this, that it could happen, and I'm going to do my best to not let that happen.
Julie, when my mom passed in 22, my dad had his third stroke. And when I went to see him, he was using my mom's walker, dragging his right leg behind him, and he couldn't write with his right hand. And we got him, you remember the brownish paper that's like really tall, like you get in first grade or second grade, and you start learning to write your alphabet and so on. And the gigantic pencils, and he wrote with his left hand using the gigantic. I was like, we need to start from ground zero, because a regular pencil is too small for somebody to write. And it encouraged him. It kept him going. It encouraged him to keep going until he was able to write with his right hand.
She's taking the bird to the bathroom.
No, I'm putting her to bed. She's wanting me to put her to bed, but we're off schedule. It was hectic this afternoon. I didn't even answer the email. And I ran up to AT&T and got a new phone, and then I started updating everything, and I looked up and it was 10 till 6, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Where did the day go?
Yes.
What was the email? What was the email that you were saying you didn't even answer our email?
I didn't answer yours. Yeah. And then the text messages started coming in, and I was trying to do stuff to my phone. I was going delete, because everybody was answering. I was like, they don't need my help.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got November is novel writing month.
Yeah, just talking about all the different months, just so I throw that in there.
Yeah. There seems to be, I don't know, I think, are there calendars for what events or what months? You know what I mean? Like there's always something, right, on every month.
Yeah.
Pretty much so. There's so many different days to celebrate too. It's hard to keep track of it all.
Yeah. Taylor Swift and Travis, is that his name? Are they getting married this weekend?
Today.
Is it today? I know, you can tell what's been coming up on my feed, can't you?
Who's getting married?
Taylor Swift.
And
Oh.
Travis Kelce.
Oh my gosh, so it's pity Brenda wasn't here. We could have talked about it. She's a massive Swiftie.
Really?
Swiftie too. I'm an OG Swiftie. I've been a Swiftie since her first album. I saw her in a concert in Bakersfield that first
Wow.
year after her first album came out. And it was like a 1,500 seat place. It wasn't even sold out. And I've seen her since then several times, and she's still that same sincere person she was.
Yeah.
So I saw her in that small venue, and then I saw her in Los Angeles at the Forum, which is huge. And the place was filled with people. The production quality, of course, had gone sky high. And she was just the same person that she was when she was 16. It's
Right.
really pretty remarkable.
Yep, the way she talks about her parents never being able to say that she could never repay their generosity and shifting to, is it Nashville that they shifted to when she was a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, just never repay. I think she's a really beautiful person, isn't she? Really, really down to earth person. And boy, she copes with fame pretty well. Like you think about Britney Spears, maybe that was a slightly different era or something where the press were just on you so much more or something. I don't know. But that's an extraordinary life they have to try and navigate, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's my problem too. I'm a famous YouTuber, you know.
You are. Miss M, I'm the odd one out. I don't like Taylor Swift at all. Just looking at Jennifer's
It's
comment.
okay. It's okay, Miss M.
Yeah, it's totally okay.
It's all right. I'm totally
enough.
different from my siblings. When we were kids, my siblings all really loved Bruce Springsteen. Because I grew up in Jersey. I was in Jersey, but in high school I was in California. So I was a big old Jackson Browne fan. And they were like, Springsteen. And I was like, Jackson Browne. He has better hair.
Yeah.
He's also a good lyricist, but different vibe.
Is there did I read somewhere that there's a bar that just plays Bruce Springsteen music?
Oh, God.
Probably.
I think it might be like in Jersey.
Yeah, it probably would be.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got a magazine at the Dollar Tree, and it's called Remind. It's called Remind.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sonny and
I love
Cher.
that.
Look, this is the 1978 Cher pinup.
That's hilarious. I remember that. Hi, Cheryl.
That's funny.
Yep, you and a lot of teenage boys remember that.
That and Farrah Fawcett.
That's what I was going to
Yes.
say. Farrah Fawcett is the one.
Everybody had to do the do, the big do.
Yeah. I've just watched the Martina and Chris Evett documentary that is out at the moment.
Oh,
It's brand new out. That was anyway, the reason why I thought of it is just because like Chris Evett with all of her, you could see all her hairstyles and then everyone in the crowd with the same hairstyles, like Princess Diana, kind of short little flicky bob thing that they had and stuff. But that is a beautiful documentary if anyone is interested.
I'm going to the movie on Sunday for the first time since before COVID. Because when I was in Virginia, we went to George Washington's house.
Mount Vernon.
Yes, Mount Vernon. And they gave us free tickets for
Young
Young
Washington.
Young
I saw it
Washington.
today.
Did you? Did you
I
like
did.
it?
Yes. Well, the thing is, if you saw my video about visiting his childhood home,
I did, because it was right after we
Teacher
did.
Kelly back. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like George Washington month. And so I decided to go see it today. And it was so interesting. And she was texting me. We were texting. I told her I was going to see it. And I think she wants to see it on Sunday also. And it was, for one thing, it was filmed in Ireland, which I found to be amusing. But like the house that he grew up in at Ferry Farm that we visited, their representation of that was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It was bigger than the house. I mean, at least it looked bigger from how the camera angles were. And Mary Louise Parker played Mary Washington. And
Oh,
Mary Washington is a huge deal in that area. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like, as Kelly said on the video, I really enjoyed it though. And if you're a fan of Hamilton, I'm going to do a review, a shorts review. If you're a fan of Hamilton, the musical, it will help you to see why George Washington preferred Hamilton over Burr to work with him, because and what we learned on our tour is that George Washington wasn't educated out of England or anything. Right. He was from like barely the gentry class. They were always trying to look like they had money, but they really didn't. And his father's first family, he had 2 sons with a different woman, and then he married, he became widowed, and then he married Mary Washington. But the brother got Mount Vernon, the older brother, Lawrence, he got educated in England, and George Washington never had that. He was basically schooled at home. So he always kind of felt like an underdog. He always felt like he wasn't as deserving as some of the other people who had more education, who came from more successful families. So here comes Alexander Hamilton, who is, as you know from the story, maybe or maybe not, from very poor background, was an orphan, was scrappy, but smart as a whip. And George Washington the same way. George Washington did a lot of writing. Alexander Hamilton did a lot of writing. Burr, on the other hand, came from an educated family. Oh, and it's just so interesting. I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel like I've gotten such a insider education on the American Revolutionary period and before. But this movie takes place during the French Indian War in the 1750s. So it was really, I thought, really interesting. And it reminded me of how children and adults can learn so much more about history when they're told in stories instead of fact, but told in stories, through movies, through plays, through all kinds of engaging interaction.
YouTube videos, right? People, tell history through making little stories and animations on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, even when we're children, Vacation Bible School.
Right, exactly.
About the Bible in the stories, yeah.
Yeah.
And we carry them with us our whole life.
Right, and like lyrics to songs. Like I'm thinking about the what is it, Multiplication Rock, and what's that called? All of that stuff. Like Conjunction, what's your function, and all that stuff.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, Schoolhouse Rock. That's the name. But yeah, so I think it's really worth a watch. Allison, there were some things that I was kind of like, that's strange, but I think it's worth a watch. I really like the guy who played George. Some people are saying he seemed they didn't like his interpretation. I appreciated his interpretation, probably because I had the background of going to Ferry Farm and knowing what George was up against.
Well, that's where we got our tickets. Did you get your ticket there too?
No, we didn't go to Mount Vernon. Did you go to Ferry Farm, or did you go to Mount Vernon? Or did you go to
Vernon?
Yeah. No, we went to Ferry Farm. I've been to Mount Vernon before.
Yeah, well, when I went to Mount Vernon, it was like, so that was what, 2 months, a month and a half ago, 6 weeks ago? I don't know. But they had said that we could see they're renovating, like fixing the house, like the foundation. Yeah. Nobody ever went into the basement. All these years, hundreds of years, nobody's been in the basement. They found canned cherries.
Wow.
So they have them being sent away for, obviously it's not edible, but the point is nobody ever went down there until recently.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I would be going.
What's the movie, Allison? What's the name of the movie?
It's called Meet George, or Young Washington.
Young Washington. Yeah.
When we went to visit, they gave us 4 free movie passes.
Where are you going to see it at? Are you going to IMAX?
We're doing the eatery.
Okay.
Right here in Flower Mound.
I love those kind of places. We haven't been in a long time either.
Well, if you want tickets, Evie, I'll give you tickets. I got 8 of them.
Oh, okay.
It's me and Ephraim.
Yeah, but I really liked it. I really liked it a lot.
I love the Angel Network. I actually got a certification because of one of their videos that they made, and it took me down my psychology path, and I got certified.
Oh, that's amazing. I'd never heard of them before until today.
I've
So
never heard of the Angel Network.
You have or haven't?
I have not.
Oh, they do a lot of films, like a lot of spiritual films, a lot. And I had just seen a video about past life or meeting your loved ones, and it was on a type of therapy that people use for trauma, and they were helping. So this whole show, the whole movie was a documentary about a wife who lost her husband, and they follow her through because her girls wanted her to get over it. Not over it, but like they're going to move away because they're going to college. They were twins or whatever. And they were, like, we got to get mom, she's just living day to day. She's not living. And so they convinced her to go, and it was in North Texas at UNT. And she went and did this therapy, and it was 2 sessions. And she had the experience of actually like hearing her husband. You don't get in a trance. It's none of that. Yeah. But she had that sense that, he was telling her that, don't see me from my heart attack, see me today. Mm-hmm. And it like lifted her whole outlook, and like she changed in 2 sessions. And that's what they find with like the veterans that, went to war and have PTSD. And so it started there.
I was going to say, back to Young Washington for just a second. I was telling Kelly about, there was a couple scenes that kind of had me raising my eyebrows a little bit, because I was like, okay. And now I understand why. It was something that was very spiritual oriented, and like I would say, I called it a suspension of disbelief, which is what we say in theater.
Right.
And
that's my life.
And anyway, I really loved it that they had, they actually used the indigenous languages. Like they used the Seneca language. There were natives, indigenous people speaking in their language. And then they'd have a translator, just like they would have had back then. But some of that spiritual stuff came from the indigenous people, which makes sense. I get it. But now I get it more after what you've said, Allison.
Yeah.
I tell you what I watched. I started watching, and I've just checked that the surname is Holmes. Have you guys seen those movies, Enola Holmes, where the young girl is the detective and her brother is, I think, Sherlock?
No.
But anyway, the interesting thing is I went to watch it because there's a new one out, and just on Netflix or something like that. And but it's one where they keep on, do they call it breaking the fourth wall, where she keeps on looking to camera and then just giving little reflections on what's happening? Is that called breaking the fourth wall?
Yes, that's breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because I just said to my husband, okay, right, this is like too much now. Like this is, to me, I thought it was quite self-indulgent, right? Like when my daughter lived at home and she loved watching them like years ago. And so it was kind of like a bit of a novelty. Like it's a little gimmick to put in a movie. You don't see it very much. And it was kind of quite cute because it was like, my daughter was like probably around 20 or something like that. And it's kind of just, and they've got a lot of like graphics coming down to kind of like, okay, they're having breakfast, but they've got almost like those books where you open up those books and then it pops up 3D with all the paper. And it's like all the chairs and the tables and the wall is behind it. So they kind of have a lot of this going, going down. So that kind of takes you out of the movie. But then with her kind of quite a lot, like turning to camera, not just a quick little one, but kind of going on and on. I said to my husband, actually, I'm finding this is like a bit too much now, a bit annoying. So what do you guys think of that? Like when you see films, or even a play, when you see a play or films and they turn and talk to the audience, what do you guys think of that?
I don't know.
Do you see it much? I mean, occasionally you'll see it in films, won't you? Maybe? or I don't know. It's rare, isn't it? It's rare to see, I guess.
I would say so. I'm a theater person, so I can speak to the theater part. So that's, I mean, that technique's really like, and you see that a lot in Shakespeare, a lot in monologues. People talk to the audience, and when theater uses a Greek chorus, which is like, I've been a Greek chorus member, and how that works is that one person plays a bunch of different people. And oftentimes we speak directly to the audience. I, as an actor, I enjoy it. I enjoy chatting with the audience, and really, really fun things can happen spontaneously when we do that from stage, because you don't know how the audience is going to respond.
Yeah.
There's one show I was in, and I was playing the wife of the lead character, and then somebody said, do you want to take my wife, or somebody? And occasionally somebody would say, yes, I want to take your wife. And it was always like, oh my gosh, it just really, but it's fun. And some plays, like I did a Christmas play where as soon as house opened, which is half an hour before the show starts, I was improvising. I was being an owner of a theater company. And so I was like greeting the audience not as Julie, but as a character. And I was auditioning them to be in my show with me. And I mean, it can be really a lot of fun. It can be really a lot of fun.
Yes. Yeah. But to me, the interesting thing is, to me, that feels more comfortable and a little bit expected, in a play setting, right? But it's, like if someone does it quite a lot, like on the screen, I don't know, it's a bit of a gimmick and it's risky, I think, but I don't know, I felt that it was just quite overused. I mean, it's definitely a bit of a risk, don't you think?
Yeah, it's like
on TV. I can see it in theater, but TV is.
Well, if you watch reality TV, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of people doing a confessional type thing.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but I'm kind of like, trying to you suspend belief. You're there for a little bit of escapism. And then suddenly she's turning to you. And then I don't know, it seems like 30 seconds a minute. I'm like, dude, come on. I'm out. I'm gone. I've forgotten what was happening in the story.
I think it's fun.
It seems like Saturday to me. Somebody said Happy Friday, and I'm just like, because the kids were over and everybody was outside, and I'm running around in the heat. I just feel like it's a Saturday already.
Yeah,
I got to work Saturday with no air conditioning.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Oh, Julia, I was definitely just talking about. I found it a bit annoying in this film. You know what I mean? But I like it. I like it in the theater. That's fun.
What film is it? What are you watching on Netflix? I have to write it down.
Oh, the one was Enola Holmes, which I gave up on. But the Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert documentary about them, they've just gone through, they used to be obviously like rivals, but then they've had a friendship for a long time. Really beautifully done. Okay, let's say hello to some friends. Hey, Mike. Hey, Krista and Mrs. G. Gina. What are you guys all up to today? That reminds me of rewatching some lives. And you know what? Just the last thing I'll say that I've been watching. I just was on a bit of a watch fest last night because it was Friday night for us last night. I stayed up so late. I actually just felt so sick and unwell because I really pushed through. But we started watching the, who's the chess player? Is it Manus? That really famous chess player, and the guy who cheated. Do you guys watch anything chess? You can tell my husband and
I watched the chess thing where it was a tournament.
Chess thing. Well, I think there's a few. Yeah, about the guy, the documentary about the guy that was accused of cheating.
Yeah, and it was intense.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm thinking about?
It could be. It could be. I think there's quite a few.
I mean, I'm not into chess, but I really liked that movie or documentary or whatever it was. It was fascinating.
Yes. Yeah, I think there's quite a few, but yeah, chess isn't. Chess is, I don't know anything about chess. I'm not good at chess, but
I used to play it when my dad taught me when I was probably in first grade. By the time I got to fourth grade, I beat him and he didn't play with me anymore.
I think there should be a play or a movie about playing bunco. That'd be fun.
What is bunco?
You haven't played bunco?
Oh, that's right. Bunco might not be a New Zealand thing or Australia thing. It's this funny game you play with dice, and there's 3 tables of 4 people, and you circulate and you yell and you have a lot of fun.
My kids loved it when I had bunco at my house. You transfer through the neighborhood, so
yeah, I love it.
It was a different house, and they loved it because I'd always cook really great stuff.
And you circulate, so it's like there's you sit like at a card table, and then depending whether you win or lose that round, you stay at the table or you move, and then you switch partners. So it's a really good game for getting to know people. And, it'd be really fun to have, because usually you have bunco groups. So it's like 12 people and you meet every month. Like Allison was saying, you go to Allison's house and then you go to.
Are you guys all stalled or is it just me?
Yeah. What'd you say, honey?
Are you stalled or is it just me? Like the screen keeps freezing. All your faces keep freezing.
No, I don't. But anyway, it's a really fun game. And I say mostly women play it. Although for a while, I was in a couples bunco group. So it was 6 women and husbands. And that was really a trip because the men didn't know what the heck, they don't know how to play this game. But what they found out was it's really fun because, again, you get to meet people, you get to laugh a lot. In some cases, you drink if that's what the group wants to do. And there's prizes. It's just a really fun, like you don't need to.
Okay, so Karen, when you come to Texas next time, in a few months,
let's play bunco.
Yes. So how do you actually play? How do you play it?
Dice. It's a dice game.
So
you roll dice. You try to get 1s or 2s or 3s, and you go up to 21. It's a really fast pace. It's really one of those things. It's hard to describe until you're actually playing it. But you roll dice. You try to get certain numbers. There's a thing called traveling where you throw stuff around the room. You get bunco when you get all 3 of the numbers. Like if you're on 5s and you roll all 5s, you get bunco and you get extra points for that. Yeah, and everybody yells and laughs and cheers each other on. It's just it's really
fun.
You'll have to come. So we can make a small table when Karen and her husband come, and Abby, bring your husband and anybody else on the screen that's here in North Texas. Come on down.
Maybe Julie, you should do a virtual. You should run a virtual bunco.
A virtual bunco, that'd be hard. I don't know how we could do that.
I don't know how you'd do that one.
I know. People would have to be on like an honesty basis as well. Like they'd have to have their thing like pointing down at the dice, right?
Yeah, and I'm saying you have to have like 4. It has to have 12 people. It's usually this, so that'd be hard too, because you have 3 separate tables and you're all going at once. That's what makes it so chaotic.
I got it. Okay, so
and when somebody is traveling and you have a traveling thing, you have to throw it across the room to whoever yells traveling, and you're all ducking. I mean, it's really a silly, goofy, fast-paced, friend-building, fun evening. So anyway,
it sounds like a Louis Theroux documentary. You know how he's always doing? He's always doing those like documentaries, those slightly offbeat ones, like. I mean, this is a dodgy one to come up with straight away, but the tickling one, and didn't he do like the people squashing people and stuff? He's just always doing these slightly uncomfortable documentaries and getting death threats a little bit along the way. How is Chloe? Gina's asking.
I told you, I answered her. Chloe was in the beginning of the live and she's gone to bed now.
Yeah.
She left me a present on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Does anybody like to go play bingo, like on Friday night at the bingo halls? I do. Do you really, Allison?
Yes.
I love it. We used to go to the one in Plano.
You have one?
In Plano.
We don't have one around here.
Well, Plano's not very far from you.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we go up there. They have all the dauber things you can buy if you don't have your own, and you get all your
got them.
I
got all my tchotchkes, all my good luck tchotchkes.
They have like a snack bar where they sell food, and
That
it's big.
sounds
I think
Okay,
it's in an
guys,
old
Next
skating
week,
rink.
our live is going to be held from Plano. I mean, bingo.
Do you know what?
I always
Maybe
said I wanted to do the old-fashioned one where you rolled the balls in that cage, and then you say, I-29.
hey,
It's all digital now.
Maybe we should plan to try and go there, like when I come.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
fun.
that would be fun.
I think it's in an old skating rink. It's pretty big.
Nice.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
I'll have to make sure it's still there. I haven't been there in years, but yeah, it was fun to go.
Jennifer's cracking us up. Yeah. Does that sound like a good time, Jennifer? Just, ramshackle, just randomly changing tables, then like a dice hits you on the side of the head.
That's bunko. You're describing bunko right now. The ramshackle.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Dice hitting you in the head,
Exactly.
yeah.
Jennifer.
Bunko, we had stuffed dice that we threw around the room and traveling. And I just want to say, Jennifer says this is fun to see how extroverts, socialize. The thing is, Jennifer, is that bunko is so good at creating relationships. You can be totally introverted and still find yourself having.
Yes.
And you get to meet people. It's a steady turnover because you go from table to table to table. So even if you're introverted, you can't help but have fun because everybody gets excited. And yeah.
My friend's mom was on in our bunko group. She was widowed, and we all had little kids at the time because she was, my friend's mom. And so there was a little bit of an age gap, but she is the most introverted person. Like, she doesn't speak introvert. But she would giggle just like Julie's doing right now. She'd just sit there and giggle all the time, just like that.
Yeah.
At bunko. But she doesn't talk to anybody.
But she still has fun, right?
Yes.
And people are kind to her, so.
Yes.
Anyway,
you can talk if we asked her questions, but
it just struck me as funny. I need to let the dog out, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Pet sitting,
Krista, my truck has AC. I drove 40 minutes to the grocery store and bought some ice cream. Yep. Yeah, I haven't played bingo. I don't know. I must have been a kid the last time I played bingo. So what is fun about it? They're calling that. Remind me what's fun about it. Do they call the number out and you're looking for the number and you put the thing on the number? Is that it?
Wait, it's a stamp. You put a stamp over. You buy however many cards you want, and then you spread them out, and then they call the numbers, and you try to stamp them really quick, and of course get your bingo, and you win money. I mean, you have to pay for your cards, but you win money. I've never won any money, but it's nerve-wracking because if you see somebody over here stamping like crazy next to you, you're like, why don't I have any?
Yeah, and the old folks get really persnickety, at least when I used to play. If you were too loud next to them, or if your animals overtook their space, your little tchotchke.
So is it a stamp? Is it like a self-inking stamp, or do you have to go ink pad stamp?
No, it's a self-dauber.
It's like a squishy sponge on the end, and it's a bottle of ink, and it has a lid, and you just turn it over and you daub, and then you just put it back up right.
Yeah. I mean,
I played bingo at the senior center, which was just a trip anyway, but Mrs. Paula made me do it because she goes to a senior center. And it's just a card with little thingies you put on it, but we weren't playing for money. We were just playing as a way to pass the time.
Yeah. That's funny, eh? That a way to pass the time.
Yeah, they were into it. I'm like, okay, I can't believe I'm playing bingo here at the senior
center. I love games. I love Yahtzee and Life and Monopoly. I love those games. One of the most fun games that we played, it was the year we moved into this house, that Christmas Eve. My kids came back and their friends came so my kids were like in their 30s, and kids that played football with my kids were just like knocking on the door and we're letting them in. I didn't know all these people were coming, and we had such a big crowd, and we had those plastic things that you put in your mouth that hold your teeth like
Oh
this.
yeah, I've got that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mouth is something or other, and then you have to read. You're trying to and you can't see any P's and you can't see any B's because you can't touch your lips. And I mean, everybody is laughing hysterically. And my brother-in-law was sitting on the couch, and he has false teeth. They got hooked on his false teeth, and he took a breath to say whatever he was going to say, and the teeth and the mouth guard and everything flew out on his lap. And I mean, we died. He was laughing too, but we just died with laughter. It was so much fun.
So do people share those mouthpieces? Is it part of the box? And then you use it. And then
you get a bag of them. You get a bag of them, and then you hand them out, and you can either wash them, sanitize them, or you can buy extra bags of them. They come with quite a few with the game. So.
Yeah. Okay. Chocolate chip mint and moon mist ice cream. Moon mist.
Good.
Please explain.
I know where that came from.
Yeah.
The chat. We're busy talking.
Yeah. Moon mist. You want to know what moon mist is? Is Monopoly a game of chance, or do you think that there's some skill involved?
There's some skill involved.
Strategy.
There's some skill, but then it gets really boring because
It
everybody
does.
buys everything up, and then you just keep landing on stuff and paying everybody.
I like Pictionary. If anybody likes Pictionary.
The Pictionary is good.
Mm-hmm. And I'm good at Trivial Pursuit. I'm really good at geography. So if somebody wants if somebody needs geography on their team, I'm a good team.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll come onto your team because I'm bad at geography.
I'm really bad. It's crazy.
We used to play with Ephraim's sisters when we'd go to Arizona, and my one sister-in-law, her husband would get so upset. He swore that Judy, his sister-in-law, our sister-in-law, memorized the Trivial Pursuit card. He would get so mad because she had every answer.
Maybe she's just smart.
He holds trivia like Ephraim does. Like the stupidest things is stuck in his head for life.
Do you remember the card game where it was like it was like males against females? And my son was old enough at the time to play this game because he could read and, communicate. I don't know. He was in 6th grade or so. So we're all playing these cards around like this. And I don't remember exactly what the question was, but it meant magazines where women were not as well clothed. And I had no idea that was in there. And so all the guys started shooting out the 3 main names that we all know. And then all of a sudden, this 12-year-old kid goes, blah, 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 and all the male heads went, whoosh, and he goes, I saw it at 7-Eleven.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I got so mad at one of those games because the answer was the hammer that you use on the wall. I was calling it a drywall hammer, and somebody else was calling it a sheetrock hanger. And I'm like, they're the same thing. And they're like, no, they're not. And I'm like, is Home Depot closed yet? I'm calling them. I had to wait till the next day, and I called. Huh?
They're not the same thing,
Yes,
are they?
they are.
A
Don't
hammer
argue with. Huh?
a hammer and a sheetrock holder?
No, a sheetrock hammer and a drywall hammer are the same hammers.
Okay, that I go with you. I don't want to fight with you, man. No way.
Not in the game.
Just go.
You know what, though, about that Trivial Pursuits, I mean, if you own the game and you've played it a few times, you are going to get to there is I guess that's why you can always buy like additional card packs, right? Like to extend your game and to put fresh content into the game. But I guess you will get to know the questions and the answers over time, won't you?
If you have a good memory. I don't think Allison and I would do very well at memorizing them.
I have to have a partner because otherwise it is stupid for everybody because everybody likes to laugh because I know nothing.
Or Pictionary. But see, Trivial Pursuit cards, I think they have like 500 cards, but there's also like 6 different categories. So 6 times 500 is the amount of questions you'd have to memorize.
It's like she knows everything about Disney that you can ever imagine. So, don't get the Disney Trivial Pursuit. Okay, Josh, rest your,
Calm
he passed
down.
away, but yeah, he would be so angry.
Yeah, see, there we go. Jennifer's saying Monopoly is about chance, skill, and bartering. How do you barter? Do you literally just
sell? Don't you sell houses and
stuff?
stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played in a long time because I get too bored.
Yeah, like you get so many houses and then you can trade your houses in for a hotel.
That's right.
But then if you owe somebody rent and you don't have money, you'll say, well, I'll give you this hotel so I can stay in the game and not have to pay the fine or the rental to be on your property.
Yes, but you can't swap between each other, can you? In Monopoly.
Well, I mean, you can if you owe money to somebody and you don't have the money to pay and they accept you trading a property or a hotel or some houses, then yes, you can stay in the game. I mean, that's the way we played. I don't know if it's in the rules or not.
That might be an advancement on the rules because I think that as a kid, we weren't giving, if you couldn't afford the money, you might have been out. And Krista is an ex-real estate agent and she likes Monopoly. Okay, Bobby. Moon Mist is wildly popular. Oh, wow. Vibrant swirl of 3 distinct flavors, banana, grape, and bubble gum.
Sounds like a sherbet almost.
Oh, look, here's my daughter. Look, I'm just going to put this.
Aww.
Hello, Ian. Hello, darling. Oh, she's so nice.
That's adorable.
I don't think I do look very nice today. I've got eczema on my face and everything, You know what it's like, but I'm just, you just put a little bit of foundation. Actually,
so you are the Monopoly queen. Don't act silly. She told us.
Monopoly queen. Who's the Monopoly? Okay. Who is Jennifer?
You are.
Your daughter just said you beat her many times.
Oh, Karen.
I don't know. Do you know what? If I ever would, truly, this is the truth. If I ever win a game, at a board game, it is usually a fluke. That's the truth. Or mini golf. If I play mini golf and I happen to win, it'll just be a fluke. That's the truth. Emily's been too nice to me, but I'll take it.
I think I like Pictionary because Pictionary is a group game. So, you're on a team. You always have to have a partner. So that's really kind of.
Yes, that's right.
I used to have, way back when I used to play with a bunch of law students, and it was really fun to play with them. It was a good way to let off steam. I think the game nights are really fun as adults to cultivate friendships in adulthood. It can be really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
My daughter likes to play charades.
Oh, I love playing charades, of course.
So I bought this triangle game pack at Ollie's Super Center, and we haven't played it yet, but she always would want to just get up in front of the TV and say, okay, let's play charades.
Yeah, and that was before cell phones and stuff were so big. Now everybody gets on their phones when they go to anywhere. They're on their phones.
Yeah.
And when we used to get together for family holidays, it was, what board games are we going to play? Or if it was summertime, throw the net up and play badminton in the backyard. It was always about these group things that you're doing together and laughing and having such a good time.
Yeah, just need to put those phones away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jennifer is absolutely right. There are always house rules. That's right.
Yeah.
There's always someone who just convinces everyone else that this is a rule. This is a you can't.
Oh yes, we can't forget Scrabble.
Remember 2 Christmases ago, blah blah.
Yeah, no throwing boards. I remember as a kid, I got really sick when my grandmother was watching me. She came to stay with us when my parents went to Europe, and I got sick, and she got me the game Trouble. And you push the button and it gives you the colors or the numbers and you move it around. So I still have that game.
Hmm.
Maybe I
don't
should
know.
sell it. Wonder if I can make some money on it.
Probably can. I bought Candyland for my grandkids, and boy, that quality has gone down on that game.
Mm.
I mean, it's like a disposable game. It's really horrible.
Or Shoots and Ladders.
Mm-hmm.
What about Bananagrams? Have you guys played Bananagrams?
I have the bananas in my. It's like squares, right?
Yeah, the little squares with the letters, and you make like little crosswordy type of like. You just keep on making the words.
Oh, like Scrabble, kind of.
Is it like Scrabble? I think it might be.
I found all, I have all my games in the guest bedroom upstairs. And so I saw the banana. It's in a pack, like in a banana packet.
Yes, Emily is the queen of Bananagrams and just loves playing it.
Mm.
So Emily, is it like Scrabble? Because she's playing online Scrabble with her dad. They go back and forth playing it. But is it like Scrabble? It's quite a fun game.
For some reason, I think Scrabble's more intense, or it can be pretty intense between, again, serious people.
If
Yeah,
you don't
you're
know
playing
more
with.
letter words.
My grandmother had a Scrabble dictionary, and she's ready to challenge you. That is not a word. Or she would say, "That's a word. Look it up," because you lost your points if you lost your challenge.
I read a good book earlier this year. I can't remember the title, about an older person romance, and the couple met in a senior living place and they played Scrabble. That's how they bonded, was through playing Scrabble. And then they were doing competitive Scrabble. It was a great book. I'll have to look it up so I can tell y'all. But gosh, I want to see that movie.
Yep. Awesome movie.
I've never heard of it. Thank you, Jennifer.
It's a really good movie. I was just thinking about like charades or something. I wonder if there's a game that we could play on a live one day. We should have a think, right? Like if there's something we could somehow like play, and maybe charades could be one.
Has anybody ever played Words with Friends? I don't even know if that's still a thing. I used to play that. It's a crossword game, and they pick an opponent for you, or you can play with your friends. Why are you laughing, Julie?
I'm sorry, laughing about Krista talking about drinking. You chug your beer. Snakes and ladders instead of Shoots and Ladders. You go back down the ladder. You have to chug your beer. Sorry, I got distracted. I apologize, Evie.
That's okay.
What is Shoots? What is Shoots and Ladders? What is that?
I don't remember. I remember the name, but I don't remember the game.
It's a children's game, yeah.
It was a children's game. So the ladder would go up, and if you get on the chute, like the parachute, you'd have to fly down.
Oh, got it. So it's a chute or a snake.
Yeah.
It's the same, just another.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what kind of game we could play. I was thinking about in the classroom, we used to play games on, but they have games specifically that you can play online. I cannot remember them right now, but there's different trivia games and stuff you can play online.
Yeah.
In front of the class. But I'm wondering if you could do that like on a live. There probably are.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we could even do like the questions on games that we have, like one person gets to read a question and like, I think you have WhatsApp that you can communicate. I don't have that, but like we can text each other with pictures of cards or something too.
We're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Allison, that can be your job.
No, Julie, I think you have one good hand. You can type it.
I know, that's right. With my one hand. Well, when I come in 2 weeks, if I come to the live, I'll have like my bandaged up hand. You can all get a laugh at that.
I won't think it's a bit funny because it's too recent that I broke my wrist.
Hey, Kathleen. Nice to see you. How are you? Two things. So are you having your operation next week, Julie? Or
next Friday? Yes.
Oh,
now
next Friday.
you can all feel sorry for me.
So you're not going to be on the live?
No. I don't know. I'll probably be pretty loopy.
Let's get one of those coming out of the anesthesia things, and you can
My
just be a
name's
show.
Julie, and I'm having a great time.
I was going to say there's one anesthesia that I got that I'm like, may I please have some more of that stuff? Can you please?
Well, just
That
don't
sounds
propose to your
terrible.
doctor or anything. I love you. Will you marry me?
Yeah, it's like when I was coming out of the room and they were pushing me up and they said something about me having a baby, and I was like, they're going, oh, congratulations, mom. What was it? And I'm like, it was a girl. And they said, what's her name? And I said Kiara, which was what Samuel's name was going to be if he was a girl. And Catherine was just sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. But yeah, all kinds of craziness should come out of anesthesia. But yeah, so.
Is it just outpatient? Are you in and out the same day?
It's
Oh, that's
outpatient.
good.
Yeah, in and out
Good,
the
good,
same
good.
day. And Samuel is coming in from California to help me because it's a long story. My health insurance does not exist in New Jersey. It's an HMO. So I'll be back in Maryland for the procedure, and we're going to stay overnight in a hotel so I can make sure everything's okay, and then drive back to where Catherine and Donald live, which is like 2 hours away. So it's kind of an ordeal, but it'll be fine. And I'll get to experiment with creativity besides using my right hand. So I won't be able to write my normal way, but it'll be good. I've decided it's going to be a really good exercise in doing things differently. And I like stretching myself. So
yeah. And that's the fun thing too about like people learning to draw. It's quite fun to try drawing with your non-preferred hand. Another thing I like too, like I was an intermediate school art teacher, and one of the things I used to do with the kids is that we would draw just put the thing upside down, and then we would just try, we would try and draw the lines.
Well, that's what I'm going to use as my excuse when I'm doing artwork. I'm just going to say I'm using my non-dominant hand.
there you
Non-dominant hands, I'm drawing it upside down.
It doesn't matter what hand I have because they're both.
A bonus. Yeah. Any lines, marks on my page are a bonus. All right, my lovelies. So first of all, Julie, what did you say you're having removed from your hand?
Nodules.
Oh, nodules on your hand.
Nodules, yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So best of luck with that. I guess, you'd be looking forward to having that done, I guess, even though all through the inconvenience.
Yeah, I would say it's bittersweet. I wish I didn't have to, but yeah, I need to. So
right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's right. I think, okay, so just real quick. Jennifer said, Julie, do an anesthesia recovery video because Jennifer did that. I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know if Samuel
I was thinking that.
So if I can convince Samuel it's a good idea, since he'll be the person with me.
Well, he can record it. You don't have to post it.
That's true. And he
You can
doesn't
just show it live on here.
I believe in you that you can hold your phone with your non-preferred hand.
I can.
Ooh,
look.
Yes, okay, there we go.
Yay. Anyway, I can try that.
4th of July. Happy 4th of July, friends.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Stay safe.
Bye.
All right, guys. All right. Bye. Have a nice weekend. See you. Bye. Thank you, friends.